DM is, should I say.
And Gamsu already with a minefield as he's gonna drop it down.
Inside! Look at the damage from that. Now he does give up his life to do so, but DM's able to find 2 picks here, with Otto and Giannis going down. Keep him alive, but it didn't work. He must have gone down pretty soon, so Shanghai well and truly in control. EMP on the horizon. DM as an infra side in case the Justice try and get cute with a Sombra pick of their own.
Leafy also gonna play Moira, so a ton of healing here provided.
Justice now, well, that's a lot of hacks there. Huge EMP and a body grenade to follow it up from the Justice. As soon as they realized what had happened, they probably would have taken their hands off their mice and keyboards and thought, no, we're back to spawn. There's no way we're getting away with this. Sleepy wants to cross the minefield, but doesn't want to use the fade to do so, if I'm not mistaken. So he sits back for a little bit, tries to kill as he can from a distance. Coma didn't come to all caught inside the self-destruct, and the grab, of course, combining nicely. There's really nothing in the Dragon's comp that stops that.
Sun's gonna get picked off at range though from TM. Maybe you can extend this if you're the Dragons for a little bit. Nope, don't Jin fall. So big grab from Corey. Do the Dragons stay on this? Nope, they're gonna make some changes here, trying to keep things going. Coma's caught inside the Graviton. Giannis is trying to follow up on it now in the Primal Rage. It's pretty durable, and still that's not enough. He's hacked. High ground is forced to stand there while Ding just pellets him. Yeah, I think Ko actually picks up a kill out of Corey while he's stuck in Corey's grab. Stun at the beginning, so not able to get it off the time. Now it comes through.
3 people. Gamsu was ready for that one. You saw him heading that way. He knew they were coming because Ding was behind him, who has an EMP, but he won't need to use it. He can save it for the next map if he'd like. The Shanghai Dragons, a pretty convincing opening here on Busan. Opening up with Wrecking Ball Sombra, a very aggressive comp that involves a Widowmaker.
You take a look at this shatter that comes in from Gamsu, which I feel like, right, we know Gamsu is very capable. Reinhardt gets stunned up here. Nice job, turns, beautiful. We know he can do this, but now that we're starting to see Gamsu play some more Wrecking Ball, right? We know from last season he can play the Winston. I think you're just seeing more versatility, different looks here from the Dragons.
Washington try and punish them for their lack of mobility. So they go for the Winston here in this sort of 3-3 setup, presumably to try and access DM, but he hasn't really been too bothered. Look at him taking pot shots now. And Sleepy EMP, that is so gross. 5 people EMP'd on the point, and Ding was not pressured at all. He just did that his own volition.
Sight. But hey, you also set yourself up for something like this. So the EMP comes down. It's massive. I mean, connects with absolutely everybody. The only reason it didn't connect with Giannis is because he's dead before it goes off. But
by the way, minefield. Yeah, this one's going to be nasty. Gamsu not able to knock the Justice into the mines he just put down. He was stunned up for a brief period and slept, and that will be enough. That is just how much it takes to get rid of Wrecking Ball, especially after he's used his barrier. It is incredibly frustrating. Potentially. I know he's gone for it before. Look at that, taken down by the Primal Rage. DM will be chased here, but 84% on the docket is not an ideal scenario here for the Justice.
If the Dragon's sound barrier, you think that forces sound barrier out of arc, and then maybe the EMP goes off.
Another, at least 4-minute 5-man. Jonas was caught out by that one as well. Sound barrier from Arc though, the only player not affected by the EMP. However, the Justice are unable to actually use that extra durability to their advantage because they're busy backing away because they were hacked. It helps them have a Transcendence to follow up after, and they control the point currently.
Oh, and it's going to be a shatter from Gamsu up on the high ground. That'll be Transcendence from Sleepy. Doesn't save anybody as the Justice have to back out.
96% and counting now. There will be perhaps an attempt from Sunsum here to stall the point, but if he is stunned or de-seated or both, that will be it. And I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a heck of a lot to say about that one. The Shanghai Dragons are making the Sombra-based compositions, whether it's with damage dealers or with tanks, look very, very good. Deception bringing Ding instead, which is no shock to us. Notice in Shanghai, they don't bring the Zarya Diva. So the Diva Sombra, they bring the Diva. They bring the Sombra and Zarya. A little bit different to some teams here.
I mean, this is completely in favor of the Dragons. So what happened there is that the Justice jumped off of the mid platform. They're trying to back out. Arc probably went to go use speed. He ends up getting hacked. A record here.
Giannis has got Primal, but he wanted to try and farm it up for the first point because now he may not have a chance to use it at all.
Got it though.
Yeah, they do now, that's for sure. Big tick mark over his head. And of course, DM's going to have a Graviton surge here, so this is going to be a bit of a cleanup here for the Washington Justice, man. And this is probably a pretty classic example of a snowball on an assault map. You win the first fight pretty dominantly. The Justice didn't put a lot of pressure on the Dragons as they approached point A, so they didn't farm up much ult themselves. And blink and you'll miss it. That's how it works at this level. And it's quite clear to see the Dragons are miles ahead. check it out. Here's Gumsy, just doing Gumsy things. He's actually quite the culinary wizard. Serving up
he's got an awesome
a pretty
dog
chunky
as well.
pizza slice here. Yeah, you were hanging out, you went hiking with the guy.
Yeah, Mikoma, Gamsu, he went hiking. It's pretty good.
Ado's going to be like trying to, box with shadows, trying to hit these sort of shield bashes and find Ding. Oh, Ding at 70% of EMP.
I mean, they're just not really dealing with it. I mean...
Nope, they are allowing it to happen.
Just get all of this poke.
But man, this is characteristic of the Justice. They just don't want to get aggressive. And when they're on attack, unfortunately, that's kind of an issue. A chunky EMP from Ding. Gumsu now has a Shatter and there's a Graviton Surge here. The Justice are at great risk of letting this get right away from them here. Pleased with that one. Giannis goes for one himself. It doesn't really connect though. Graviton Surge tying them all to the pole. Gotta be frustrating. Also, it makes it pretty hard for Giannis to shield his team inside that grab when they're all sort of dispersed around that, what do you call these things? Kiosks? I don't know what they are. And he translocated out, but he's right back here. Another 6-man EMP. This is, we're not on Disney, are we? This is starting to turn into an absolute slaughter. This is
no bueno.
It's not a good look, man.
Washington, right? You have a lot of ultimates to use here.
Shatter.
Nothing but the Shatter.
Gumsu left off. He was trying to do some This Is Sparta level stuff. I'm almost certain of it. This might go wrong for the Dragons now. They're a little bit out of position, trying to regroup somewhat. Giannis, that's a big Shatter. That's what they're looking for, and Ado finds 2 here. The Washington Justice looking much better now as they focus on towards DM, realizing that getting rid of the Zaya is a good idea here.
Look, I mean, maybe Gamsu got, a little over aggressive there. Hey, look, if he's going to do that,
he jumped into midair and used Shatter while in midair.
Yeah, and the Justice punished him for it, right? So the Justice is going to be able to take point A.
I think he's forced to translocate out. Giannis is going to be focused down now. He gets a repair pack. Graviton Surge, though. He's not getting away from that one. Ado also will fall here. Arc not far behind. Sunsum, maybe just let yourself get taken down. Either way, he's going to get demeched, and he will be staggered out for a while. The Justice. Really, DM? Is that, you going to do it to him? No?
How much HP could he have?
Like 1.
But everybody else is just a few steps behind.
Oh, the Roomba! How is it going to vacuum now? It has been turned off. Wow, it's still going. It's EMP proof. That's impressive. I need to get me one of those just in case, things get crazy. Ado Arc and Giannis all taken down there. The EMP was able to solve that fight pretty comfortably.
On offense for the Dragon.
That is true, yeah. So he just has half the damage in general. I guess playing the Winston wouldn't have helped him.
Nice
that's the counter Shadow. Nicely done by Giannis. Quick follow-up. It's hard to do when there's yet another EMP. Ding! He's just handing out L's. Left, right, center. Hold these, Justice. Ado gets caught up inside. He grabs Sansam. Desuited. Gets a bubble. That's good. He can hang around a little bit longer. I don't think that's what he wanted, though. We might see Giannis try and get there in time. Tries to make it the wrecking ball. He doesn't quite get there. Very one-sided. Very slow performance from the Justice here. And again, 46,000 damage from the Shanghai Dragons to 24 damage from the Washington Justice.
24,000 when he's behind. The issue is they need to get him to translocate out. Look, somebody needs to turn here.
Sansum's hacked. He can't mitigate any of this damage with Defense Matrix. Still, though, he and Corey managed to.
But look, they go up. They play aggressive.
They get aggressive.
That's what they need to do.
So that's what you're looking for here.
Yeah, the sustainability with all the tanks, the extra tanks.
Now you don't need to be told twice to push on, I think, because Nano Boost for Giannis is definitely going to propel him forward. There was an Earth Shatter from Gumsu. I believe they only really caught Sunsum there. See if it works out. Otherwise, they may as well have kind of deep in this whole time. 3 people caught with that one. Giannis, Corey, and Ado. That's a pretty good haul, if you ask me. Self-destruct from Sunsum. Not yielding any big results. And now being down the Reinhardt not only means the Justice are at a disadvantage, but they can't really just stand out in the open on the point now. They have to play back and, well, I don't know if Ryan will be there in time. They're going to have to push with 5 players and see what they can get done. Corey pushing from an off angle here, trying to get charged up, and Gumsu gets a barrier. Still, he's trying to very conservatively play this left corner, but the Justice are filtering in from 2 different sides. Oh, great Shatter! That would have been Gumsu able to follow up on that Graviton Surge, but Giannis lays down the hammer at just the right time. Matt, are the Dragons getting punished for not having a Diva finally? It's here because there's obviously more risk associated with bringing that Sombra along. So Luffy gets a Transcendence here despite there being a Graviton, and still Ding is taken down by Arc. Now that was away from the play. Gumsu is shield bash briefly on the point, but it's able to shrug it off now. The rally's in play. Gumsu can't shield his team from that. He was knocked away. And despite the fact that he wasn't caught inside a grab, he was too far away to protect from Sunsum's self-destruct.
Sleepy's Honor was sick on this one. He actually sweeps Ding as he's coming around on the flank, potentially going for an EMP. Ding will land the EMP here, but it's good for nothing.
Looks good, but that's about it. No good from the Dragons. The Justice, I mean, night and day. They look much better on defense here. They're playing around the composition that the Dragons are serving them up. Map differential, yes?
Yeah, with the Chengdu Hunter. Let's see, so this is the sleeve dart. As he's coming in to actually go for the EMP there. That EMP could have been massive, so done it.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Justice still have a chance to win this map. It's like the margin between winning and sort of having a bit of an average draw is very, very thin. Guts goes down first. That is a very important start to the fight. Shatter and Grab both used EMP. Graviton surge to the Dragons this time, but Corey and Sleepy, even though they were caught up inside of it, they weren't able to be taken down by the Shanghai Dragons. And now the Justice, just as we were talking about possibilities for this, look like they're about to take this one away. There's really no one close by for the Shanghai Dragons. And the Washington Justice absolutely earned this map. Great defensive play. Sleepy's looking excellent. Played around the Sombra. They finally showed us some aggression.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we have seen more Doomfist in stage 2.
Oh no.
So, the Justice have decided to play in these small areas. This is where Doomfist can be really effective. You lose things, you lose your burst healing here.
That's gonna hurt now. No repair pack whatsoever.
Chunked down.
Giannis got an Earth Shuttle already, and it allows him to get Gamsu. Yongjin gets lasered down by Corey, and the Dragons are repelled for the time being.
Umbra can do so much work on her own. Same with Diva, just great overall.
Don't group up! Yes! Ado able to shield that one away. Yongjin got... Well, he got mulched pretty bad.
With defense matrix, mobility, good damage, being able to use defense matrix like that to take away a Graviton Surge. I mean, it's just massive. I think if you're the Dragons, you're not going to play Diva, you almost have to play Sombra. I think Doomfist is another hero that you could throw into that category, but I think Doomfist just has way more counter, like hard counter.
And it's much more conditional.
Yeah.
That's the question. Is it important to have more damage or to completely shut down the enemy's healing on a decent cooldown?
Like great grab, but where's the follow-up?
There is none.
I mean, there is none.
No damage to be seen here. Gumsu's going to get taken down now. Okay, fair enough. Shadow connects with Sleepy, but I mean, Giannis is just going to stand there and be a good bro. So here's sound barrier. There might be something here. Giannis gets taken down, and finally the Shanghai Dragons break through. A pretty reasonably high investment in terms of ultimate.
Yeah.
They're in overtime.
I'd be worried if they didn't break through with a Shatter, Nano Boost, Grab, Sound Barrier. Like, if they didn't break through, there'd be a massive problem. In Sound Barrier, you put yourself in a great spot if you're watching.
Okay, Corey going to push in now to be self-destruct over the back. Gumsu tried to turn his shield, but it was well set up on the Justice. If there's anything they're good at doing, it's the 3-3. They've been workshopping this particular composition for, well, ostensibly the entire season so far, and it shows. The grab snap back from the Dragons, it looks pretty good. Dia's able to fight too, and the Justice,
and they didn't use Sound Barrier.
But Sleepy still gets a Transcendence.
I think Sansa went to go launch his neck, didn't realize he was hacked.
Giannis got punished there really badly, man. He got EMP, then he got shattered. Sleepy despite... Oh, bang there! He was going to keep him alive. Sansa gets 2 and self-destruct now. Transcendence coming out a little bit late here from Luffy, but it's only 3 players really to work with now. Ado knocked to the ground, but damage is barely there. Gumsu's forced to try and push forward, but he's just taking a huge amount on the crackback. Ding forced to translocate to the high ground where there isn't a health pack, so we can't get involved in the fight. He walks straight into Corey's laser. And the Dragons are finally halted with what, quite frankly, to me seems like a bit of a Cloud Fiesta approach to the start of attack.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dragons got fortunate there. And then also, if you round the corner, there's not a hiding spot for EMP. You're going to connect with everybody. So see, look, they know now that they can't afford to go under the bridge. They have to challenge the high ground. They can't allow Ding to just keep accessing this for free.
I like that from Ding. He walks up, but then he translocates after. You know, he doesn't like set a translocator. He did that just so that he could reposition himself if he needed it.
It's like, you can weather through the grab with some support ultimates.
DM from above. Big shadow there, but Transcendence, he's helping a heck of a lot. To burn, it's a play, no, it's a dragon. DM drops down with the Graviton Surge, but with the Sound Barrier in play, the Justice just shake it off. Dust themselves up, get back into the fight. Now it's a 6-man EMP. Everybody hit by that one, but the damage wasn't there. DM, fair enough. He only gets one though, Matt.
I mean, they play that great, the Justice. Then you shatter plus EMP, then you're in a really good place.
He drops down. Okay, so he's going to follow up there. EMP is big. He has been, I mean, I want to see his numbers after this one, but you can just see what it does to a team.
Justice is going to be real close.
Dempsey just like, that was it for the Justice. The grab looked awful.
EMP here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I see. They get a good grab or a shatter, and then here's the EMP.
They didn't touch.
Oh
Yeah,
my word.
Corey's got his hands on his head. Oh man.
I mean, the Justice are discussing what happened now. Corey's slapping himself on the forehead like, oh, I can't believe I did that.
Art's kind of smiling. They know they beefed it a bit.
Here's your player of the match by HP,
Who is
and like I said, keep the camera on Ding. I don't care. I mean, if he keeps doing stuff like this, Matt, it's all I want to see.
He was crushing. I mean, the whole first. The first half way more than the second half. I think still good in the second half. You know, like Gibraltar, the 27 players, you know, connected with hacks. But I mean, his Sombra was a big difference maker. I mean, the Justice had no answer for it the first two maps.
Yeah, really well. Like, if you have the All Access Pass or access to the Command Center, I hope you're able to sort of recognize how he used the high ground to make real good use out of Sombra. It's not something you always think about, but the hack definitely is a bit more effective from there.
84 enemies EMP'd, 125 enemies hacked. I mean, you know, look, they have 48. They have 48 limbs off of those hacked enemies.
So
that is
decent,
massive.
decent conversion. It's like 1 out of every 3 people getting hacked by Ding is being taken down.
Good hero
That is a
damage.
very good
Oh,
conversion
man.
rate indeed. Great stuff from Ding.